Social Security and her food stamps. Allegedly, she got her food stamps today. Oh, that's right, and such. So, it's actually Montgomery County, by the way. But yeah, is that Maggie doesn't have a problem doxing other people. But yet what Maggie seems to forget is she's already doxed herself and put her own information out there. Now, as far as these individuals here, I don't know where they're at, don't know where they live, and I won't dox them. But I will want to ask them specific questions. I mean, but you'll never see them come up in a box because they won't stand in a box because they're too afraid to be put on the spot. But yeah, when they're in Maggie's Live, they don't have a problem threatening people, inciting violence themselves, and causing havoc in Maggie's Live. And Maggie's okay with that. But yet when time comes to stand shoulder to shoulder, where are they at? Oh, that's right. They're not in LA. They're not in Los Angeles. It is. You want to turn around and keep going on these wonderful trips that your mods will never go on. Yeah, they threaten you. I know they do. I've heard it before. Hey, MJ, how you doing? But yet, box here, I give everyone the opportunity to put out and at least offer the respect. But if you're not going to come up with a box, you don't get to talk. You get to sit in the back seat. So that's one of her mods, her big mods that loves to support her. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to bring up. Maggie's got a voodoo doll, which I'm very, very jealous of. Hey, I'm very jealous. She still hasn't called it Jeffy Poo. I want her to call it Jeffy Poo. Yeah, and the funny thing is, Kite Girl, they're too scared. They're too scared. Here's the other thing, too. It's even funnier. They make the threats that they have lawyers, that they have, reach. Where's your lawyer at? Get them up in a box in Maggie's Live. Where's your lawyer at? I want to see credentials, too. Calling you out straight out. Don't sit there and tell me that you got a lawyer and then, like Tracy Fields did the other day when I turned around and called her out after seeing Fallon's Live. But, it just, like I said, it boggles my mind that people literally support this person, and yet she's making a shit ton more money than they are, guaranteed, hands down. I don't get it. Last time I checked, I thought we were to turn around and take care of our family and, loved ones first before we take care of somebody that's already being taken care of by the state. That being said, hey, Fiona. That being said, information, Maggie has consistently committed theft by deception. And when I say that, theft by deception, false impression, created. And now you can reach out to TikTok Legal and send them an email, but 9 chances out of 10, I've sent out emails to them already and I've never, ever heard anything back. But you can continuously, criminal activities had her mods up there mouthing off. Those are all reportable offenses. I don't have a problem reporting. Trust me, especially when you're doing something wrong. But the and so forth, then don't sit there and turn around and entice other people to give money. You give your own money up, not. I know. I know she's in LA. She's at the BET Experience 2025 in the Los Angeles Convention Center. But make sure you give all your money. Peaches is there. Queen Peaches is sitting there giving her, oh, I sent you $7. That's enough to get you a glass of water in a cup. What the heck is $7 going to do to Maggie? Cough it up. You want to support her, give more of your money. Straight out. Truth. Facts. I'll stand 10 toes down on that part. But it's not the fact of that. It's why would you want to? I mean, that's what makes mods and mods not mods. If you truly want to be a mod, you'll allow the truth to come through. You'll allow the fun, the laughter, and I mean, in this live here is nothing but truth. And if I'm not telling the truth, I would love for one of the mods to come up here and tell me I'm not telling the truth. Straight out. But they're too scared. They don't want to put themselves on that limb that's going to break. So, you can keep running your own narrative in Maggie's live, but you're only lying to yourself is what you're doing. So, yeah, moving on. Sorry. I got hooked onto that one. Here's a continuation in reference to theft by deception. Penalties for theft by deception. The severity of the charges and potential penalties depend on the value of the property involved. Now, it doesn't have to be actual property. It could be financial property, money, coins, gold, whatever. But, all in all, it's still theft by deception. Her tickets that she wanted for Chris Brown concert. Yeah, she took that money and went to use it for the Roots